beautiful Leo, thank you so much for being here today. My name's Marie Rose, and today we're here to bring you a message that's a karmic energy for you. Your guides, mentors and angels want you to know this karmic message because it's something that you can work on, it's something that can help you, and something that you can transform. There are lots of karmic messages around right now, energies around right now, but let's see what the Leo collective karmic energy is. Embrace healing. I'm not going to take that one, it's not up anyway. Okay. And untangle emotional dependency. Embrace healing, Leo, I'll read it to you. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Trust the process and know that every step brings you closer to peace. When we go through traumatic positions, when we go through challenges in life, when we go through painful experiences, we then need to go through a healing process. It's not about healing quickly. It's not about healing differently. It's about you healing in your own way. Everyone is different. And what this is saying is embrace the healing. Don't be shy and don't be afraid of it. Embrace it as part of you gathering yourself together, connecting with how you feel, and then bringing yourself out of that pain, that torment, that anguish that you're feeling, and allowing yourself to understand it, go through it, and heal from it. Healing is the hardest part to do. It takes strength, it takes courage, and it takes determination to get above it. So that's the first one here. Embrace it. Don't be afraid of it. Untangle emotional dependency. When love feels like survival, it's not love. It's fear. You're safe without the attachment. When you feel like you can't live without somebody, you need somebody, or your life would just fall apart if you didn't have that person in your life, that's not love, that is attachment. That is a fear of losing that person, losing that comfort blanket, losing that support. And when you get to the point where you would fall apart at not having that person and not being able to veer yourself out of something or connect with yourself, then you have really emotionally got involved in their energy. What it's saying is just be aware of anything or anyone that you feel this strongly about. You need to release them. That's love. Release the energy and say, you know what? I want them to have a good life. I want them to be happy. And if they're happy, I'm happy. That allows you both to go in different ways, knowing that that connection and bond can never be broken. And this is more of a mother and a child. Having a connection with your child is fantastic, and of course it's the biggest prize in life. But when you get to the stage where you say, you know what, yes, they will always be my child. Yes, I will always love them endlessly. But they have to live their life. They need to be free to move, to go, to be. And I know that if they ever need me, they will come back. They know that if I will always be here for them. So that's the difference between living and dying for this person rather than setting him free and having still that very strong bond and connection. Let's see what else we have for Leo, please. What do we have for Leo, please? For someone here, you may have lost someone of huge importance, and this is part of the healing and letting go of that energy that's so entwined, where you feel you can't breathe, you can't live, you can't be without somebody. The King of Wands, for someone, you may have lost a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Queen of Swords. That's a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. The Three of Pentacles. And the Page of Cups. For somebody here, it could be just one person. You may have lost somebody to somebody else, and you stayed with that anguish and that pain of you were not good enough, that you did something wrong, that you have regrets about what you said, what you did. And what they're saying to you is this, that if they don't stay, they weren't meant to. People have got a use-by date in our lives. And unfortunately, that's a cold way of looking at it, but it's the truth. Some people stay in our lives for days, some for months, some for years, some forever. And each person has a purpose and a reason for crossing paths with us, for being part of our lives. They come to teach us things that we need to know. All of that doesn't make it any easier when you lose them, and more so if you've lost them to somebody else. I feel here that the connection is you depended on this person more than you ever knew, but you depended and expected them to be there for a lifetime. Healing from this is going to take time. Healing from this is going to be a time of you re-embracing yourself, finding yourself again, which is a huge, huge period, a huge journey. But this is you saying, I have to let go of something that now no longer belongs to me. And they came here to teach me this. And if you can put your finger on what they taught you while they were part of your life, then you've achieved the mission. You've achieved the learning in your journey. Hanging on to sorrow, pain and anguish is not comprehending the reason why they crossed paths with you. So what they're saying to you here is part of your healing is going to be to identify what this person meant to you and what they brought to your life that you needed to learn. The other bit is learning to live without them, learning to stand on your own without this person beside you, behind you, or as a comfort zone. That can be challenging, and I think out of all of it, the healing is hard, but the cutting the tie can be the hardest. But it's not impossible. It is actually so possible. For different people, it would take different times. But that's the karmic energy here that I have for you, Leo. I hope that makes sense. Lots of love and light. Thank you. Bye-bye.